Hello, this is Professor Skye Payne from the Department of Modern Languages and Cultures from SUNY Brockport. Every year, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo in our department. It was, after all, a commemoration of a battle between the French and the Mexicans, so between French-speaking people and Spanish-speaking people. And so what we do is every year we get together, we have a party, we have some food, I get dressed up kind of silly, unlike today, and the most important part of this whole thing is what we call the guacamole competition. Okay, we don't call it that, it just is a guacamole competition. I got ahead of myself there. And every year, without fail, except for 3 years, I win that guacamole competition. That's a 100% success rate on the years that I win. And I'm going to teach you how to make it. It's called Skye's Dean's Choice Award-winning guacamole. And I say it's the Dean's Choice because the first year that I made it, the Dean, at that time, Dean Darwin Priolo, she came up and she tried all of the guacamoles. And at that point, it was just me and 3 other Spanish professors. And here I was, a French professor, an interloper into the game, for the first time ever making guacamole. I'd never made it before in my life. And she tried it, and she voted, and it was a blind vote, and I won that competition. Ever since, I've had fun pretending like I'm super arrogant about it, and I have had fun actually being super arrogant about it. So I'm going to teach you my secrets. Because this is the thing, everybody. We're living in quarantine. I've had to teach all my classes on Zoom. You've had to learn all your classes on Zoom. So I can at least give you the tools to make the guacamole that you can make yourself in these challenging times, in these difficult times. You owe it to yourself to make Skye's Dean's Choice Award-winning guacamole. Now I have all the ingredients here. I'm going to change the camera angle in a second. But I need to tell you the number one ingredient. The number one ingredient is unearned confidence. You see, when I made this for the first time, I had never made guacamole before. And you can have that kind of just, oh my God, I'm going to be good at this no matter what. Because the avocado, she is a forgiving accomplice. No matter what you do, avocado always tastes good. So let's get to the ingredients down here. I'll talk you through it, and you can see how to make Skye's Dean's Choice Award-winning guacamole. The most important thing when making guacamole is not to get too crazy with the ingredients. You don't need all sorts of fancy stuff. You just need some very simple ingredients that bring out the fatty, tasty goodness of the avocado. Now, the way that I bring spice to my avocado comes from a pure mistake. When I made it for the first time, I knew I should add onions, but I didn't know I should do anything to them. So I just threw raw onions into the avocado. And you can see I've already diced it up there for you. These are actually shallots, but you can use shallots if your wife prefers shallots and we don't keep many onions in the house. So you can have shallots or onions and you dice them up and you kind of put them there. Usually I do about a half an onion for every 2 avocados. That's usually what it is. But every single thing I'm going to be telling you, you eyeball it, you taste it, you figure it out. Now the next thing, of course, is an avocado. You can buy one of these things at any kind of local supermarket that begins with W. They're actually quite good. They're totally worth their price. You see, you just kind of slice it like that. And you slice it. What the? Hey, qu'est-ce qu'on fait là? You slice it like that. And then you just kind of put it in. Oh, you should also wash your hands beforehand. I did, don't worry. So you So right now you just have like a big bowl of avocado and onions. This is an optional ingredient, cilantro. The chair of my department, Dr. Andrea Parada, she suggested I use cilantro one year. So I pretended to ignore her, and then next year I said I would do it. Wait a minute. This is parsley. Don't put parsley in there. I'm gonna go get the cilantro and I'll be right back. Okay, so look, we're out of cilantro. So I'm not gonna put parsley in there. So, but this is fine. This is the original recipe, okay? Not the extra crispy parada style, the original recipe. I'm just gonna get the last little bits of avocado in here. It's true that avocado by weight is worth more than gold. I don't know if that's true. So right now, I'm gonna get myself a fork and I'm gonna start mixing it all together, okay? Now you might be thinking, oh, Monsieur Payne, this looks pretty simple. This doesn't look so good. How is this going to get that famous award-winning taste? Well, for that, my friends, my students, my colleagues, those passionate about avocados, you need the super secret ingredient. I'll be right back. To the kitchen. I mean, the refrigerator. Actually, it's on the counter over here the whole time. Here it is. Soy sauce. Now, it's the soy sauce that brings the punch. It's the soy sauce that makes you go, wow, I've never had an avocado like this. And you see, it's based on a very simple principle, which is that avocado is very fatty, and it can absorb lots of sodium. It can absorb lots of different tastes, right? It's kind of like nature's tofu in a way. I guess tofu is nature's tofu. So you see, I just pour it in there, and I just mix it up. And this is the thing. This is all to taste. I usually like it to still be green, but with good amounts of brown in it. And you keep mixing it up. And right there, we have a very simple 5-minute beat your colleagues and all of your students, except for the 3 that beat you. I'm gonna just give it a little taste here. This, I don't have any chips either. Stupid quarantine took away my cilantro and my tortilla chips. So I'm just gonna give it a taste. As Dora the Explorer would say, delicioso. So there you go, everybody. That's how you make Skye's award-winning Dean's Choice guacamole. Make it at home and stay safe. All right, next year, you'll get to taste it in person. One more thing. The soy sauce idea, I got that from my sister-in-law, Catherine. So another good key to being a good cook is to steal from the right people. So with that and the cilantro that I stole from my department chair, we finally have good avocado. So, you know, I joke around about being this great guacamole master, or a guy who thinks he is, but obviously it's the collective effort that makes it good. And also, I joked a lot about the confidence, and it really is the same thing with language. If you're a language learner, the most important thing you can have is confidence. The worst you could do is speak poorly, except that's not true. The worst you could do is not speak at all. So have the confidence of Monsieur Payne making guacamole whenever you speak another language. All right, now I can end the video.